So with Wander Over Yonder coming to a close, I thought it would be kind of fun to kind of throw this video out here just to, see what everyone would think of this. So basically, the idea is, like, what would it have been like if we had another season and if we had gotten some guest stars on the show? So we're going to talk about, like, guest stars I would have, like, liked to have seen on the show, what kind of characters they could have played. Now we've gotten Rob Riggle on the show, we had John Hamm on the show, we had Eddie Diesel on the show, who most of you guys would know best as the voice of Mandark. I can't do Mandark. Anyway, but we've had so many. We had Weird Al Yankovic, we've had even James Marsden. I didn't realize that he was Sir Star Bradley. I really didn't realize that was James Marsden until, like, recently. Yeah, so I didn't know that. I didn't know Cyclops was in this show. Anyway, so I kind of thought, like, what would be cool ideas for like guest stars? Like, if we got a hypothetical third season or episodes, and we could have had more guest stars in the show. So yeah, I just thought I'd kind of come on here and talk about that. First and foremost, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill would have been great. Craig McCracken has been doing a lot of Star Wars references, even subtle ones, like there's one in the episode Whole Lot of Nothing where Hader just abandons his arm rather than be annoyed by Wander for the rest of his life. And what he does, it's the end where a robot's putting on a new arm for Hader, and it does the scene from Empire Strikes Back where Luke gets the gets the robotic limb. I thought that was like, oh my god, that's awesome. They even did one at the episode of The Greater Hater where the Watchdogs in the little animatic at the end of the episode they're like, oh, who's Lord Dominator? And one of them's like, wait, who's Lord Hater? Dude, that's the name of the guy that's the name of our boss. Oh man, why didn't anybody tell me? I've been calling him something different for 6 months. Dude, what have you been calling him? All this time I've been calling him Lord Vader. Of course, obviously, Lord Vader. So getting back to Mark Hamill real quick, he'd have been great, and who knows, maybe he'll show up in a later episode, for all we know. The show's not over yet, so maybe any of these, now that I think about it, any of these people could be guest starring on this show, because the show's not, it's not over yet. But anyway, Mark Hamill, what I could see him, and if I had any say in the show, I would have it that he's like Dominator's father, or a relative of Dominator, or even a greater villain than Dominator, and I'd call him Lord Annihilator. Yeah, Lord Annihilator. He'd be like this huge Galactus-like, or Unicron-type character, and the whole he would just go around and start blowing up planets, just for the fun of it. Like, he is like the living embodiment of evil, and he's just there to wreck shit. And of course, Mark Hamill was in Gravity Falls. He's been in a lot of animated shows. Of course, we all know him best as Batman TAS Joker. So, him doing voice work is not that far off. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe he will be in the show. Following that is anyone from Star Trek. No, really. Anyone from Star Trek. Literally anyone who could be in anyone from original series or Next Generation to even even Voyager. Honestly, we could have those we could have anyone on there, and I'd be happy. And pretty sure a lot of people would, and the animators would be, and the creative team behind Wander Over Yonder would be as well. Oh man, I'm trying to think. Like, of course, Marina Sirtis would be a villain. It's Demona, guys. We all know her as Counselor Troy, but let's be honest. If you really dig animation, then you know Marina Sirtis better as Demona. So, I'd have her as like a villain. I don't know if I'd have her related to Dominator, but I would definitely have she is a villain of some sorts, because she just has the villain voice, Jonathan Frakes, I would love to have as this. I would have Jonathan Frakes as this commanding officer in this resistance against Dominator. He's leading a resistance army against Dominator, and he's failing, and he needs the help of the legend, aka Wander and Sylvia. For Michael Dorn, I would have him as this Warlord. Yeah, kind of like, he's already played Klingon-like characters before, so I guess one more wouldn't hurt. So I would have Michael Dorn's character be like this warlord who is also trying to conquer the like he's trying to carve out a piece of the galaxy, but Hater and Dominator and all the other villains are kind of making it hard for him. So that's what I would have him. Who else? William Shatner would be awesome. Like, I would have him like as a a either actually no, George Takei. Yeah, George Takei or William Shatner as wise men. Either one. Yeah, I would have them as like wise men who Wander speaks with. Especially George Takei, like he would be like the god of the universe. Yeah, George Takei would be God in this universe, and you know it. He would be like, "Oh my, Dominator's ruining everything. MacGuffin power for Wander. Spirit bomb her ass." You're. I just made a fake Decay, a really fake Decay voice where he tells Wander to use the spirit bomb on Dominator. This is my life, people. What is wrong with it? Oh, man. What I'd also love to see in this, so there you go for like Star Trek cast. There are a few others, but I couldn't really think of one. Maybe you guys can. But in terms of other people who I'd love to see in the show, Robert Englund as a villain, he'd be fun. Like a dream god type character, something that slips into Wander's head and tries to find out what he's afraid of. That would be a lot. I think that would be a lot of fun. Maybe. What else would be another really fun one? Tom Baker. Oh yeah, Tom Baker would be awesome in this show. I would have him as like Wander's father. Because, let's be honest here, and I've said this before, Wander is literally the Doctor, namely the Tom Baker era Doctor. He is so much like the Fourth Doctor, it's not even funny. So I think it would be hilarious if Wander ever encountered his dad, if he has parents, and Wander meets his father, and it's voiced by Tom Baker. Because, yeah, admit it, you would like to see that in this show. Who else would be a lot of fun in here? Of course, any of the Doctors in general, from Peter Capaldi to Matt Smith to Peter Davison to Sylvester McCoy. Oh, Sylvester McCoy. I wouldn't even have it like as a scientist. I would have him as like some old hermit who Wander encounters while he's separated from Sylvia, and he encounters this old hermit who's just this grouchy, very angry hermit who lost his home to Dominator, and now he's just like, I'm all alone in the galaxy. Oh, yes, fine. Dominator blew up the galaxy. What am I supposed to do about it? Just wait to die. I cannot do voices, like impressions, to save my life. And for that, I deeply apologize for tormenting you all like this. I think we've had Grey... Yeah, Grey... I would say Grey DeLisle, but she's been in the show. Same with Jennifer Hale. Maybe it'd be kind of funny, like, have Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy all together as, like, a Three Stooges type spiel. Have them all together just kind of randomly, like, hanging out with Wander, or being of the same race as Wander. Maybe something like that. Yeah. That's kind of all I can really think of. I feel like there's more. Like, maybe have David Tennant as a robot. As a helpful robot, as a service robot. Yeah. I know I'm forgetting some people, so like you guys could probably think of some really good ones out there. So, yeah. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what if you could, and for all intents and purposes, because the show's not over, maybe they could surprise us with with here's Mark Hamill, or here's William Shatner, or here's David Tennant. Because again, the show's not over, so for all intents and purposes, these guys could still show up. But this is hypothetical. This is hypothetically speaking, because after season 2, no more Wander Over Yonder, unfortunately, and no great ideas. So I'm going to ask you guys: if you could, what guest stars would you have in an episode of Wander Over Yonder, and what characters could you see them playing? Would you have them as villains, heroes, anything? But anyway, oh yeah, real quick, because I forgot this earlier. I would have John Cena in here as Emperor Awesome's father. He would be Grand Emperor Epic. And he was just like when Emperor Awesome tries to say his name, he just comes in like Grand Emperor Epic. Yeah, there you go, Grand Emperor Epic. Voiced by John Cena. Oh God. But anyway, once again, you guys tell me, what guest stars would you like to see on Wander Over Yonder, or would have liked to see on Wander Over Yonder? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.